everybody, welcome back. I am very excited to teach you how to make sourdough bread. Welcome to the sourdough series. So I've been making sourdough bread for about 10 years, and my plan with this video was to do sort of a step-by-step how I make sourdough bread, but it's been done, so I want to do something different. I've settled in on a method that I like and a starter that I like, and my bread comes out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. I have a rhythm, I have a method that I use, but I want to mix it up a little bit, and I want to try and challenge myself to do something new and fresh. So I went online and I got 6 new sourdough starters from all over the world. Now I'm going to use these 6 starters. I'm going to make 6 new sourdough starters, and then I'm going to try 4 or 5 different methods, some that I haven't done before, with these new starters, and we're going to put these to the test. We're going to put them head to head and see which starter and which method makes the best bread. This isn't going to be so much a step-by-step how to make sourdough video. This is going to be an experimental series of videos where I'm going to try not just different techniques on making sourdough bread, but also different starters to see what kind of flavors and results we get with different starters, types of flour, and techniques in the sourdough bread. You're still going to learn how to make sourdough bread, and maybe at the end of the series we'll have a sort of ultimate sourdough bread. But we're going to go through and do lots of loaves of bread. Alright, this is just the introduction video. The next video we are going to start the starters, which is the first step in making sourdough. But before we start the starters, I just want to say you may want to play along at home, and if you're going to play along at home, you might want to pick up a couple of things or get prepared, and we can all do this together. You're going to need a container for your starter. I like a clear plastic container. This is a 1-quart container that I put my starter in. You can also use a glass jar or some kind of glass bowl or something like that. I like this because you can put a lid on it and you can see it, so you can watch it rise from the side. I also like to use King Arthur. This is not an endorsement, although I do very much endorse this flour. King Arthur all-purpose flour for my starter. Any all-purpose flour will probably work for starter, but you want to use all-purpose, preferably unbleached, unbromated flour. We're going to be baking in the oven 3 different ways, so you should have an oven of some kind. I'm going to be baking on a baking stone, a baking steel, and also inside a heavy cast iron pot with an enamel coating on the inside. So those are the 3 sort of styles of baking I'm going to be doing. So also I use for my proofing, when I get to the proofing stage of the bread, I use a plastic Banneton basket. This is a Schneider brand made in Germany. I'll put a link in the description where I got this. So you can use this kind of basket, you can use a wicker basket, or you can also proof just in a bowl with a towel, or you can proof on a flat, just a cookie sheet. So we're going to do all these methods during this series. But these are just a couple things you can sort of get ahead of time. Then when we start playing along, you won't be, running around picking stuff up. So I just want to say one last thing. Please don't just watch this video. I urge you to try this at home. I'm going to show you the mechanics of all different kinds of ways to make bread. And my goal here is to try and learn how to make the best loaf of sourdough bread I've ever made. You're going to watch along with me, and you can try some of these techniques, and we can learn sort of the best practices together to getting the best loaf of sourdough we can. Baking bread is not difficult to do. It does take some practice, it takes a little finesse. I'm hoping to make it easy for you to watch and show you sort of the step-by-steps so you can improvise and do things with your way, with your pots, your flour, your starter, and we can figure this out together. The comment section is going to be booming in this series. You're going to get a lot out of it if you actually play along at home. It's a great thing to know how to do. It's a great skill to have. It's something where you invest $12 in a sack of flour. You can bake a dozen loaves of bread, and you can feed your neighbors, feed your family, feed yourself. It's very satisfying, and it's incredibly tasty, and it's just a great thing to know how to do. So let's do this together. Go and get some gear. Go to the next video and watch the video about the starter, and please subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be videos coming out sort of sporadically amongst my other videos, but if you subscribe, you're going to know exactly when the new ones come out. There will be a playlist just for the sourdough, and we're just going to have a lot of fun with it. So thank you very much for watching, and let's bake some bread.